in. And your spirit comes in and arrives fully into your form. Spirit and form become one. There is no differentiation. And now we're going to begin to feel the conception vessel, which runs from the perineum through the torso. So we're going to start to expand from that central channel, from that conception vessel into the world. And then we're going to come back down and in to your center, to your core. So once again, we're inhaling, feeling all the inside of you growing and expanding outward. Then we're going to feel that outward energy coming back down and in, and coming what I like to call yinward, down and in. So we're starting to expand earth to sky and sky to earth. Here we have the conception vessel and the governing vessel in this picture. Conception vessel connects us from earth to sky, and all the yin meridians are governed by conception vessel. And governing vessel brings us from sky, from the universe, back inward toward our personal selves. So we're going earth to sky, sky to earth. We're going to take this a little farther now, and we're going to begin to move through the yin, what we call yin meridians, or the meridians on the yin side, the inside and the front of the body. We're breathing through, we're bringing the energy of the earth through the yin side toward the yang side, toward the vastness. Then we're bringing the yang meridians, the yang energy down yinward. Yang moves toward yin, and yin moves toward yang. They're one thing. They're all part of the oneness. Yinward to yangward, yangward to yinward. And as you're doing these movements, you can perhaps feel your conception vessel, the front body, unfurling, and the governing vessel strengthening, giving you a sense of being supported by the universe through your entire being. One more time, earth to sky, yinward, yangward. And sky to earth, yangward, yinward. And then we're going to dig into the molten lava of the earth. Let your fingertips start to become like flames, and let them begin to draw the molten lava, that warmth, that heat, that radiance from the core of the earth. Start to feel yourself receiving that luminosity and allow it to come up. We're going to focus that in our central channel. So that warmth, that heat, that light comes up from the core of the earth and it comes into our core. Feel that molten lava in the core of your being. And it rises up very central in your body, between conception vessel and governing vessel, really in the core. And it fills up through your heart and illuminates your voice, your throat, your eyes, and it expands into the sky. And it reaches and meets the luminosity, the light, the warmth of the universe. And it connects the core of the earth to the luminosity of the sky. And now we're going to bring that vast, luminous light back down. See if you can open the top of your head. Let it start to pour in through the top of your head and come down through your heart, bringing all that warmth, all that light through your heart, through all your burners, into your molten lava in your core, and all the way down back into the earth. And in your own time, receive that light from earth to sky, become that light. Remember that you already are that light. And that light lives in the central channel of your being. Breathe it through. Let your breath make that flame dance. Play with it. Let it play with you. Let it spark and flame. Let it emanate light. Earth to sky, sky to earth. And one more time, all the way down to the earth. All the way into the molten lava at the core of the earth. That's what you are made of. That's what we're all made of. And bring that molten lava up. And allow one hand to come back to your lower abdomen, your lower hara, and one to the heart. And still let that flame be alive inside you. Moving all the way out to the sky and back down. Notice it goes both directions simultaneously. And feel that light illuminating you from the inside out and from the outside in. Concentrate it into your central channel. Breathe. As you stand, your central channel is illuminated, earth to sky, sky to earth. Your conception vessel is alive. It's who you are on a personal level, who you came here to be in this life. Your governing vessel is how you're bringing that self, that personal, unique, original nature into the world, and how the world is supporting that. And now we're going to begin to take that light that's undulating through that central channel, and we're going to begin to allow it to contract and expand into the central channel and then out through the body and into the field around us. So in and out of central channel. Feel that tingly light, that luminosity coming out into the space all around you and back into your central channel. Notice as you expand, it's going in every direction behind you, to the sides of you, above you, below you. And you're beginning to circulate that light from your central channel through your body, through your field, and then outward all the way until you become one with the universal field. You are a matrix of millions of beams of light. And that comes out from the universe, starts to come toward you as well. And it comes to the edge of your own field of light, that orb of light around you. It comes to that edge and you receive it into your personal field. Start to feel that light circulating all around your body, above you, below you. That universal light consolidates and comes through your field, meets your skin, and goes into your body and into your central channel, consolidates. And then it begins to expand again. Central channel, periphery, periphery infinite, infinite, periphery, periphery, central channel. And I invite you to explore that expansion and contraction that happens, that all of life is doing from your central channel, through your body, through your field, meeting the universal field, and back again. You and the universe are made of the same light. All the way into your central channel, and feel that gentle undulation between earth and sky. Take your time, enjoy. Where are you most comfortable? Let yourself explore the places where you are most comfortable. Do you need to consolidate that light and bring it more deeply into your central channel? Or does it feel more like it needs to expand from there? Can you feel your whole body full of that light? Can you feel how it starts to emanate out of you into the space around you? Explore the space around you. Can you make sure that light is behind you? That it's circulating all through your back body as well as your front. That light is below you as well as above you. Explore the edges of your field. Here, for me, we're exploring heart protector and triple heater as we understand that that light circulates from our heart outward and from within to the periphery and infinite, and then back toward you. Receive it, allow it inward. So we're going to start to emphasize heart protector triple heater meridians by opening the arms, reaching out to the sides. Can you stand and allow your light from your heart to emanate into the world? Can you fill the space around you with your light? This light is warmth, it's love, and you have plenty of it inside. You want to cultivate that light so you can allow it to emanate into the world. And you want to feel that light all around you. It's like a protective shield. It's your immune system. And now we can begin to explore triple heater, which is on the outside of the arms. We're really starting to feel the edges and how we can say, here is a limit, here is a boundary. Here is where my personal field meets the universal field. So we're exploring, do I need to protect that light? Do I need to circulate it, allow it to go further, faster, outer, bring it back in? So again, exploring that expansion and contraction and beginning to bring your awareness to your central channel again. And feeling that light all around you, coming from your core, from the core of the earth, from the universe, through you, into the world, coming from the world, through your field, into your form, into your central channel, and back into earth and sky. And take one more big, long expansion and contraction. Make sure you have a continuity of luminosity in all directions, in every part of your being. And slowly we're going to bring that in more and more inward, back into a concentrated central channel, luminous central channel. And back with a hand on the heart and a hand on the belly. Still feeling how the breath expands and contracts, but allowing the movements to get more internal, more subtle. Feel your central channel being the core of your luminosity. In your heart, in your hara, connected to earth and sky. Allow yourself to stand in the center of this orb of light. And feel your edges just with your consciousness. Feel the edge of that orb of light, your personal ozone layer. Feel how it meets the universal field of light all around you. And how every breath connects that personal and that universal field. And begin to bring your awareness more and more into your hands, to your heartbeat and your breath. Allow your movements to get more subtle and deeper within. Slowly bringing your awareness back to how you are standing, where you are standing. And notice as you bring your awareness to the present moment and the present situation, what happens to the field? Do you still feel connected from your central channel through your body into your field, where it meets the universal field? Can you still feel that luminosity, that love of the universe coming towards you, meeting your personal field? And this field is permeable to let in all the warmth, all the love, all the nourishment for your heart. Allow it to come into your personal field, into your body, and into your central channel, your heart and your hum. And we're going to slowly take a few more deep breaths. Notice the softening of the feet, the knees, the tailbone, and the opening of the crown. Be sure you're breathing all the way through your back body as well, as if your hands have two extra hands, one above and one below in your back body. You can breathe all the way through into all four. Slowly and gently, we're going to begin to open the eyes when you're ready and see if you can stay in the center of that field of light. Integrate it. Personal, universal. Universal, personal. And slowly allowing your hands to melt and soften. Relax at your sides. Let your fingers wiggle a little, perhaps release any holding. Shake out the shoulders a little bit if you want, the hips. And just anything you need to do in this moment, any stretch. When we move naturally, we're integrating everything that we've just done. So a few just natural movements. How do you feel? What has changed? And slowly, we're going to come back together. Take your time. See if you can keep that sense of wholeness as you are starting to focus outward through a screen, connecting with each other. See if you can keep that sense of inward focus and find that balance, out to in to out. And I'd like to just check in with everyone if we can unmute so people can share something. Let me know how you're doing.
Thank you, Nini.
You're so welcome.
Excellent timing.
Good. Can you share with us something, Wendy, about what you experienced, or maybe something that you learned about you in this moment? Or anything at all, something. Yeah.
I heard this morning that my friend Koji passed to another realm. That was the first news when I got up this morning. And Kumiko met him. And he was going to come to the cabin. Remember? And
I do.
And then the twins came. So we were still thinking. Anyway, I was connecting. It was wonderful to feel like I could connect with him, you know, and family and friends, and expand. And be my core, personal, universal, universal, personal.
Thank you. Yeah.
I remember the feeling I had at your previous lecture, one of the first Global Shiatsu virtual gatherings. Somehow the way you talk and the way you move us through those exercises, stretches, somehow it makes me feel the center of the universe. There's no earth, there is no sky, there is no right or left, there's just universe, and I'm this dot that creates consciousness and density of energy, and that, oh, thank you so much. That's so amazing.
Yeah.
Such an experience.
You're so welcome. Thank you. I feel sometimes we forget and we just get into this human existence, and human existence has been so full of suffering, especially in the last years. There's been so much isolation and so much fear, and we can really get into a limitation of our experience of existence. And for me to connect what's personal and what's universal is so important, because we are not separate. We have an illusion of separateness. So I'm glad you were willing to go on this journey of integration. Does anyone else want to share something about their experience?
Mark said in the chat, yes, for affirmation and connection, for sharing light, for all Eva and Wendy shared on consciousness and being with those we don't see. Beautiful words from Nini about the illusion of separateness.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So for me, heart protector and triple heater have been a mystery to a lot of people. They're not named after organs. It's not as easy to say, oh, it's a kidney, it's a bladder, it's a liver, it's a gallbladder. For me, the what we call supplemental fire is really how we share this light, how we remember we are this light, and how we exchange this with the universe. And with so much fear, we really often will have what one of my teachers, the Elijah, calls loss of heart. You know, you can never really lose your heart completely, but you can feel a disconnect from it. And loss of heart is almost like giving up on the light that is within us. And that light is exactly what we need to sustain us. That light is what we want to recognize when we see each other. When I meet a client or a student, an apprentice, I'm always interested in how can we meet as light? How comfortable is someone with their light? Are they having to protect it? Are they having to darken something or hide something, cover something, wrap it up in something very not permeable? Or are they so expansive that it's almost as if they're not in their personal being, allowing themselves to receive it as well as give it? So how we express our light and how we exchange light is a very important aspect of our well-being. The heart is the center of this medicine, and the heart is the center of this light. I think it's important to remember that we also have fire in the belly. We can't live in a human body without the heat in the inner cauldrons, keeping us able to burn off what isn't for the heart and to turn into nectar what is for the heart. We call that, or I call that, small intestine fire. You know, like the fire in the core of the earth, we have a fire in the core of our earth, the core of our being. And that the job of that very important, on a physical level, 24-foot long organ on a physiological level is to burn off and transform. Fire transforms everything it touches. So to burn off and get rid of or transform into something useful, the amount of stimuli that comes into us, all the stimuli from everything, from computers, from the universe, from food, from all the different input, some of it's for the heart. But in order for the heart to really receive it and be able to use it, we have to get rid of what's not so useful and burn it off, transform it. So what's nectar is for the heart, and what's not nectar, on a physiological level, it gets passed to the large intestine, right? Or on an emotional level, we have to then take it to the place of, how do I let it go? How do I make sure I get the treasures out of it? How do I make sure I learn what I need to learn, get the goodness out of the experience, even if it was a difficult experience? How do I get the goodness that will help my heart, the home of my spirit, allow myself to be more fully myself? And how will I get rid of and let go of the parts that are no longer serving me? That's my interpretation of small intestine to large intestine, is that burn it off, send the nectar to the heart, send it to large intestine gets any treasures. Wait, did I miss something? I can still use this much, but oh, the rest, compost. Compost becomes fertilizer. So what we let go of actually fertilizes our future. So it's not like you let it go and it's gone. It still transforms. It can transform into fertilizer. So this is the journey of how I understand how the elements work inside of us and in the universe, how we bring in this information, this stimuli, and the heart could be very overwhelmed. But the heart has the small intestine to help. It has all the other meridians to support it. Because what is the heart's job? To be open, spacious, to experience this life, because it's the home of the Shen, the spirit. So the spirit lives in this, what I like to call the sacred palace of the heart. And for the Shen, the spirit, to have this human experience, the heart needs to not be burdened by the things that would overwhelm it, which is what I said before, loss of heart. I'm overwhelmed. I can't sort the stimuli. I can't deal with this. We have a lot of support for the heart. Burn it off, transform it. And then heart protector triple heater comes in and says, what needs to get expressed? What needs to get shared? What do I need to bring in? What warmth and light and love do I need to bring in to nourish my heart? So this is for me, the in to out and out to in, the heart protector and triple heater, circulating this love, circulating this warmth, and protecting it, protecting the heart so it can be this open, spacious palace for our spirit to have this human experience. So thank you. I'm not sure what someone said that led me on that journey, but that's how it goes these days. Just takes me away. Anyone else want to share something or ask something?
Well, Nini, could you share your book?
Yes.
Yes.
Asking.
Beautiful. Yes.
So if you want, you can pin me so you can see the book larger. If you haven't, I have you all on gallery because I like to look at your faces. So yeah, I'm going to pin me so I can see what you're seeing. There I am. So this is the only copy of the book so far, and it's already a little bit dated because I made this copy so I could see it in its fullest form. And then of course I got very small intestine about it, and I started getting all the details and sorting the things that aren't quite right yet. And so it's getting ready for its next rendition with a few more hours of editing. So here's the book. You saw the cover before. Human Nature, Elemental Pathways to Personal and Planetary Healing. The book is a combination of paintings like the one that you saw that I showed you of my friend Sarah Steele. And it also is pictures of, this is the painting. I actually made that painting. Wendy remembers it from my studio. Sarah's painting. So then it goes into the nature pictures. You saw this one today. You are everything. Everything is you. So these are almost like meditations, how to look at the natural world and remember who you really are. So this is the Tao chapter, or what I like to call the universal heart chapter, about us being density and form, spirit arriving. We have a core. Haven't seen this one yet. We have a center, a core that is connected to the center of the earth. And you saw conception vessel and governing vessel and alignment, the central channel, integrating what I call CVGV. Then there are exercises of ways to put your hands in different energy centers. So it has a lot of guided things, another painting by Sarah Steele. And then it goes through the 5 elements. So you become your one, part of everything. You expand and contract like yin-ward, yang-ward, yang-ward, yin-ward. And then you become all 5 elements. So each chapter is an element, and it includes nature pictures. It includes first and last point of each of the 2 meridians of water, kidney and bladder, and last and first points, bladder and kidney, and how to hold those points. It's a lot of self-shiatsu guided. The source points for every element and a special point for each element. That one's bladder 10. And then it goes into hara diagnosis. So there are hara charts. Sorry, I'm just going to flip the book over so I can pull out a hara chart for you. And the hara charts, I use the front and back body both, not just the hara, but hara and my one of my students calls the back hara, front hara and back hara. And it shows where water lives in the back and the front, and it includes the bow points and yu points, or mu points and shu points. So the Japanese system and the Chinese system are integrated into these charts. And front body and back body are shown together because we are whole, we are round, we are not just a front body or a back body. And one of the ways I teach the diagnostic areas is that you can hold the front and back simultaneously. So I'm just going to take you for a moment, place your one hand on water at the base of the hara in the front, and place the back of your other hand on the sacrum or just above the sacrum. Again, you're on water, right? If you want, you can use your palm. So I teach the front and back diagnostic areas together. So if you're holding these 2 areas and you start to let your inner ocean undulate a little bit, so you're going to arch a little bit and curve a little bit, just allow yourself
Is it causing? Okay.
arch and curve. Now you're starting to feel your diagnostic areas of the front hara and the back hara simultaneously. Somebody needs to mute, please. So here we're feeling front water and back water. So in Shiatsu, we learn that the front is more about the present and the back is more about the past. So here we're feeling how the past and the present come together in this moment. So there's an example of why I have the front and back together on each chart. And then I just want to show you one other thing. I have these charts about each element and how it harmonizes with the other elements. So you can see this is water and how it harmonizes with fire and earth, how they balance each other. So in the book, I speak about how these all balance each other. And then, yeah, I'd like to show you just a couple more things. I love this one. Spring is coming. Lorelei is emerging. This is the liver meridian. So spring rises up with a new energy and the meridians are open and expressing the wood nature. So that's liver meridian. And then last but not least, I wanted to show you the charts in the back of the book integrate for example, the hara. This is all 5 elements, all the diagnostic areas, and the diagnostic areas have the pictures of nature inside them. And then all the Chinese points that are related to that area. And I know I said last thing, but I'm going to show you one more thing because I showed this to Kamiko and she was excited. So I'm going to show it to you as well. I also made a chart of all the meridian extensions and the traditional meridians all in one chart. And this is the front and back body with the hara, the back, and all the meridians, extensions and traditional. It's been a lot of work and I've had a really good time, and it's going to be really fun to have it in your hands and have you ask me questions about it at some point. I look forward to that. So thank you for this opportunity to share all of this. And thank you so much for inviting me, Kumiko and Eva, and for making this all happen, because this is a very special thing that we all get to come together and share this way of life, which can be a part of everyone's life. You don't have to be a shiatsu person. You don't have to even care about the meridians or how to find them, just to want to feel yourself whole and to feel your wholeness in connection with the whole universe. So you can experience a sense of oneness instead of that isolated, fearful, contracted being that feels disconnected with loss of heart. We want to encourage people to interconnect with nature, with universal energies, and feel their wholeness and their oneness with all of life.
Yes, connect us. Our heart is open to welcome everybody. So Nini, tell us, where can I buy your beautiful cards and books? It's so beautiful. I want everybody to have it.
Thank you.
When your energy is down, you can just pick up one and then read about it and then feel good too.
Yes, there's a little booklet that goes with the deck, and it has messages from every word, every image, every element. It's a great way to learn 5 elements because each chapter is an element and gives you messages to reflect on that aspect of you.
Yes.
So good question, Kamiko. I made the cards myself for now. I'm actually in the process of looking for a publisher and applying to publishers. Ava, I could use your help on that one. And I'm hoping that the book will be able to be at the publisher in the next month. I'm ready to send it as of next week when I finish the last hour and a half of editing. It's all ready. It's all in InDesign. It's already in book format. So I'm hoping a publisher will be able to turn it around pretty quickly. The decks, I only made 200 copies. I think I have about 30 copies of decks left. You can order them through me, ninimelvin@gmail.com. And one day they'll be published and be more accessible. And if I have to make more decks, I will. But for the moment, I have enough left for anybody in this group who wants to have a deck to just email me and let me know. I haven't advertised them really because I only had 200 decks, and I'm doing free card reading workshops so people can get familiar with the decks. But the best thing you can do is just pick a card, ask nature for some advice, pick a card, and start to become friendly with them and familiar with them. And I did all the photography as well of the natural world. So hopefully it will inspire you and really feed your heart, because nature is so nourishing, so deeply nourishing, and helps us remember who we really are.
And you have such a lovely nature behind you. This is so beautiful. And the painting and the greens. I think you said something about those plants when we were at the Shiatsu Talks.
There's one plant, the really tall one, the tallest tall one that you might be able to see. It's from my first bodywork job. It was before I ever learned anything about Shiatsu. I was a dancer and I thought, I know how to give a massage. And I got a job in a chiropractor's office. And it was the first time I ever heard of Shiatsu, because somebody came in before the chiropractor and worked on me. And I said, where did you learn that? And she said, the Ohashi Institute. And the plant, the chiropractor didn't take good care of plants. So they would start to die and he'd just stick them in the backyard. And so I took that plant home and I nurtured it and nurtured it. And it's 41 years later. And it now has hit the ceiling and gotten cut and replanted so many times. So that plant has kept me good company to remind me to keep growing.
Beautiful. Let's grow together. Thank you, Nini, for your great presentation. You touched everybody's heart. And Katarina and Mark, everybody said they want to have your card as a company every day. Become one and feel good. It's wonderful. Thank you for your great inspiration and great productions. And we are looking forward to see you more often and see your books everywhere in the world, please.
Yes. Natasha says, beautiful research and work, so inspiring. Thank you so much. And Mark says, so extraordinary presentation, Nini. Gratitude. You are a true shaman. Katerina said that she wants absolutely decks. Me too. I'm sure you will receive a lot of emails after this presentation. Thank you so much.
So welcome. My pleasure, really. And thank you all for coming, because I have this information and these explorations going on all the time, and it really matters to share them. It really feeds my heart to share. So thank you for coming.
Yes. Melvin said, thank you, Nini, for your wonderful energy.
I also want to say that the music that is going to be played at the end, because this group always ends with music, is a very dear friend of mine, Jamie Sieber. She's a cellist, and her music has taught me a lot about the 5 elements. I've categorized every CD she's ever made into the 5 elements and use them when I teach live. I haven't figured out how to use them in Zoom so well, but so I hope you'll check out Jamie Sieber and enjoy the last piece of music as well. Thank you all so very much. And thank you, my dear friends, for showing up today. New friends, old friends, people I haven't seen in a long time. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nini. Can you share the Jamie's music from your screen?
I can try.
Yeah.
Again, thank you, Kumiko and Ava.
Thank you, Nini. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Ashenya is here from Vermont, Michelangelo from Italy, Lydia
And
from Brooklyn. Yeah. So
Kumika, who are we going to have next Saturday?
next Saturday, we have a break because I have a class to teach. And we're gonna come back in March 12th. Franz Cooper from Belgium, he's gonna come back and talk about more healthcare.
That
And
will be
March
second
19th,
lecture.
we have Lynn Goodman. She's gonna talk about Seitai Shiatsu. So we are super excited to welcome so many great presenters. We are so grateful to have all of your help to share the message of Shiatsu love. And let's listen to Jamie. Nini, thank you.
This is for you, from my heart to yours.
If you'd like to talk, you can stay after that.
Amazing. Thank you, everybody. Have a great weekend and see you next month. Be safe and happy.
You.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, you have to come for
Bye-bye.
Franz Kaupers. His lecture, oh my God, to listen to him, priceless. The way he talks and what he talks. It will be a second part, second lecture. First lecture is on our YouTube channel, so you can see how good it is to listen. You can just lie down, close your eyes, and listen how he talks. It's therapeutical, the way he talks. And as I said, content as well. And so thank you so much, Nini. Oh my God.
Thank you, everyone. Take good care.
Bye-bye.